Hello sir, I'm Angelina Maitacad from BSCF CS3B. So today I will going to report the listening to out-group members. Introduction. In general, humans do not like conflicts. And so when there are individuals in a group or organization who do not identify with a larger group, an out-group, we tend to look at them as troublemaker or malcontent. But in fact, all of us have been out-group members at one time or another. The term itself is descriptive, not derogatory. Outgroups are common and inevitable, and listening and responding to outgroup member is one of the most difficult challenges facing a leader. When a leader fails to meet this challenge, outgroup members feel undervalued and their unique contribution go unexpressed for the common good. Good leaders know the importance of listening to all members of a group, especially to the outgroup members. For example, kung ako ang leader, kailangan ko din pakinggan yung mga group members ko. Hindi yung kung leader ako, tapos ako lang yung papakinggan nila, hindi kami magkakaintindihan lahat. So, kailangan ko din sila pakinggan para magkaintindihan kami sa lahat ng mga bagay na gusto naming sabihin sa isa't isa. Outgroup members. There are many different ways to define outgroup members. One is they are individual or who are disconnected and not fully engaged in working toward the goal of the group. Number two is they may be an opposition to the will of larger group or simply disinterested in a group's goal. Three, they may feel unaccepted, alienated, and even discriminated against, such as the class bully who act out because she feels left out. In addition, they may think they are powerless because of their potential resources have not been fully accepted by the larger group. So, for our purposes, the term outgroup members refers to those individuals in a group or an organization who do not identify themselves as part of a larger group. They are individuals who are disconnected and not fully engaged in working toward the goal of the groups. Why is it important for a leader to listen to outgroup members? Outgroup members can be identified in everyday encounter at school. Outgroup members are often those kids who do not see themselves as part of the student body. At work, there are outgroups comprising people who are at odds with management vision or who are excluded from important decision-making committees. For instance, they may want to participate in music, club, sport, and so on, but for a reason, do not so. On project teams, some group members are those who simply refuse to contribute to the activity of the larger group. On a broader scale, in the United States, the Tea Party is an outgroup representing who people disenchanted with taxes and big government. How outgroup forms? There are many different reasons that outgroups forms. First, some outgroup forms because people disagree with the social, political, or ethical position of majority. They sense that they are in opposition to the larger group. When decisions need to be made in organizational setting, consensus is often too difficult to achieve of time constraint and the need to move forward. Without consensus, individuals align themselves either with the majority viewpoint or with the minority. Second reason that outgroup form is explained by social identity theory. This theory suggested that outgroup comes about because some individual cannot identify with belief, norms, or value of the dominant group members. Research on group Hogg and Abram 1988 to Tajfel and Turner 1979 to 1986. Group identity. Related to this identity issue, a third reason outgroup form is because people sense that they are being excluded by a larger group. They do not know whether fits it or whether they are needed by others in the group. Group member may think they are too old, too young, too conservative, too liberal, or just plain different from the larger group. For example, on a college soccer team, freshman player might wonder how they fit in with the upperclassmen. Similarly, in a college nursing class made up mostly of women, a male student might feel different from the other nursing student and wonder how he fits on it. Understanding outgroup members. A fourth reason for outgroup development is that some people lack communication skills or social skills that are needed to relate to a larger group. In a group of people, there are often one of two people who set themselves apart from a group through their action. For example, in undergraduate group project team, they may be a student who talk excessively or dominate groups discussion and constantly alienates himself from the rest of the group. Or there could be a student who very dogmatic or another who constantly of a wall remarks.
Next is the impact of outgroup members. Outgroup members can have many adverse effects on others. Some of the downsides of outgroups are relatively insignificant, such as causing minor inefficiencies in organizational productivity. Other downsides are more important, such as creating conflict or causing a strike to be called. So, outgroup members is an individual in a group or an organization who does not identify themselves as one of the larger group. Outgroup members are usually not interested in pursuing the same goals as the in-group for multiple reasons. So why should the leader be concerned about the negative impact of outgroup members? First, outgroup members run counter to build community. The essence of community is encouraging everyone to be on the same page and moving everyone in the same direction. Community brings people together and provides a place where they can express similar ideas, values, and opinions, and where they can be heard by members of their team. Community allows people to accomplish great things. It enables people to work hand in hand in pursuit of a shared vision that supports the common good. Through community, people can promote the greater good of everyone in the group. Community also contributes and creates optimum health, human rights, right to life, and shared prosperity and support for members of the community. Next is the relationship among group members. There are strained relationship between different groups on the community from outset. The two former magazine executives wanted the publication to be a dining. Teamwork is very important in a group. It allows everyone involved to help each other. The more you help each other, the stronger your bond will become, and you'll achieve the goal of your group. Respecting outgroup members. A leader has an ethical responsibility to respond to outgroup members. These individuals are not in the outgroup without reason. They won't have valid grounds for feeling alienated, unaccepted, or discriminated against, or for choosing simply to be uninvolved. No matter what the reason are, outgroup members are people who deserve to be heard by the leader and the other group members. So, even you are a different groups, Each and everyone deserve to be respected and hear the voice of what they want to do so that you will be respected too as a leader or group members. So next is, in summary, the impact of outgroup is substantial. When outgroup exists, they have a negative impact on community, group synergy, and the outgroup members themselves. The challenge for every leader is to respond to all group members in a way that enhances. So as a leader, you are responsible to respond to outgroup members in a way that it is a good manner and respected. That's all.
The group and its goals. Our group members in practice, while many ideas about effective leadership are abstract strategies for how leader should respond and out-groups member in tangible. They are concrete steps the leader can take to handle out-group members more effectively. In reading these strategies as yourself, how could you adapt the improve of your own leadership? First, strategy number 1. Listen to your outgroup members. More than anything else, outgroup members want to be heard, whether they are perceive themselves to be powerless, alienated, or discriminated against outgroup members, have need for others listen to them. Clearly, the fact that some people sense that they are not being heard in the very center of why outgroup exists. Outgroup members have ideas, attitude, and feelings that they want to express. When they believe they have not been able to or will not be able to express them, they pull away and dissociate from the group. So, in this strategy number 1, kailangan mo namang pakinggan ay to be leader, you need to listen to your group and ask them kung may mga masasuggest ba sila ng mga ideas nila, like kung ano bang gusto nilang sabihin. You need to listen to them as a good leader. Strategy number 2. Show empathy to the outgroup members. Similar to listening and leader, you need to show empathy to outgroup members. Empathy is a special kind listening that more demanding than just listening. It requires leader try standing in shoes outgroup members and to see the world and outgroup members does. Empathy is process which is the leader suspends his or own feelings and effort to understand the feeling of group members. So dito naman sa empathy, show the empathy, kailangan mong mag-adjust sa feelings mo or sa gusto ay nararamdaman mo para ma-realize mo kung ano ba yung gusto nilang ipahiwatig yung mga outgroup members o kung ano yung mga gusto nilang ipakita. Ganun, kailangan mong mag-adjust para maintindihan mo yung damdamin nila. Next is strategy number 3. Recognize the unique contribution of the outgroup members. Expectancy theory, Vroom 1964, tell us that the first step of motivating others to let the worker know they are competent to their jobs. Motivation builds when the people know they are able to do the work. This is the particularly true for the outgroup members. Outgroup members become more motivated when the leader acknowledges their contribution to do the large group. All of us want to know that our contributions are legitimate and that others take us seriously. Outgroup members want to believe that their ideas matter and that they are important to the group. Dito sa number 3, yung sa simpleng pag-recognize o pag-acknowledge mo sa idea nila, yung mga group members, mas na mamotivate silang magbigay ng ideas. Kumbaga, hindi na sila mahihiyang mag-recommend o mag-suggest ng mga ideas nila sa pamamagitan ng pagiging mabuting leader na ina-acknowledge mo yung mga ideas nila o kaya kumbaga tinatanggap mo yung ideas nila. And there are 4 recognizing contribution. Number 1 is restatement. By restating what another person has verbalized without adding any of your own personal though and beliefs. You directly acknowledge and validate another person's point of view. For example, say, I hear you saying, or it sounds as if you fell. And number 2, paraphrasing. This communication technique involves summarizing in your own words what other person has verbalized. It helps to communicate to the other person that you understand what he or she saying. For example, say, in other words, you are saying that, or stated another way, you are suggesting that. And next, reflection. By serving a mirror and sounding board for another person express or unexpressed emotion and attitude, you focus on how something has been expressed or emotional dimension behind the words. This technique helps other gain and understanding of their emotion and assist them in identifying and describing those emotions. For example, says, so you are pretty confused and angry by it all. Or, am I correct in saying that you are frightened and intimidated by the process? And the last one, support. This is communication techniques express understanding, reassurance, and positive regards to let the other person know that he or she is not in the boat alone. For example, say, with your attitude, I know you'll do well, or I'm impressed with the progress you are making. Strategy number 4. Help out group members feel included. William Scott 1996 pointed out that in a small group situation, one of our strongest interpersonal needs is to know whether we belong to the group. Are we in or out? The very nature to out groups implies that their members are on sidelines and peripheral to the action. Out group members do not feel as if they belong, are includes, or are in. Scott suggested that people have a need to be connected to others. They want to be in a group, but not so much part of to the group that they lost their own identity. Strategy number 5, create a special relationship with out-group members. The most well-known study on out-groups was conducted by group researchers who developed the theory called Leader-Member Exchange, LMX theory. Dancerariu, Green and Haga, 1975, Green and Ulbin, 1995. The major premise of this theory, introduced in Chapter 1, is that leaders should create a special relationship with others' followers. An effective leader has high quality relationship with all group members. This results in out-group members becoming a part of larger group. Strategy number 6, give out members voice, empower them act. Giving out group members in the voice let them be on equal footing with the other members of group. It means the leader and the other group members give credence to be out group members' ideas and action. Building and collaborative team. Empowering other to the act means leader allow out group members to be more involved, independent and responsible for their action. It includes letting them participate in the working of the group. True empowerment requires the leadership leaning with some control, giving out group members more control. This is why empowerment is such challenging process that leader. Finally, empowering others is one of the larger challenge